and welcome to a Life Too Sweet YouTube channel. So it is Tuesday, just before the new year, and I am having a really good day. So I thought maybe I would vlog a little bit about what's going on in my life and how I'm feeling, because there's some days where I feel like I'm really just in the moment and with God, and then there's times where my mind kind of messes with me. And today I feel like it's a really, really good day. I feel like I'm really, have like a God's mind kind of thing going on here. And so I've just been really relaxed and really in the moment, and I'm really seeing my thoughts go where they want to go, but I'm just living the day. And so I'm trying to understand this whole thing of like just doing what I feel for that moment instead of like planning, just to kind of feel it out and see how that works with God. Because like I wanted to clean this morning, clean my bathroom was the plan. But right now I'm just kind of feeling things out. So I woke up, I did the silent prayer, I listened to a little bit of Jesse Lee Peterson's show. But I ate breakfast. I got a cool new thing. Let me show you here. I got this for Christmas from my mom, and so I used it this morning. So this is just so I can cook like my breakfast, so I can do it all together instead of having two pans. So I'm really happy about that. It's already a piece of it broke, but it's a really little piece, so I don't think it's a problem. But we'll see how I like it. It's a cheap one, but it works, so I'm happy with that. So I cooked this morning. Let's get back to where I was at here. So I cooked this morning, and maybe I'll bring this up here. Hold on a second here. So I cooked, like I said this morning, I cooked, and then I was just, after I did the silent prayer, I noticed I was more calm, more focused on the moment, and that's when I could really hear from God. And so I was able to really focus. And I decided, actually, I saw my dog and I was like, I'm going to give her a bath. And so I gave her a bath. I'm doing my laundry, which I normally do on Tuesdays. And so I just thought, I just felt like I didn't feel like cleaning the bathroom. So I decided that I felt like, let me just pick up the camera and just do it in real time of where I'm at and what's going on. Because it's definitely a learning process. It's like, once I forgave my mom and I repented and I apologized for resenting her, everything started changing, and I started seeing and being more aware of myself and aware of the things that I do that I have no control over, that I thought I was in control of. And a lot of it, of course, is what's called the ego. And so a lot of it is like little voices that I hear in my head, and then I kind of go with them. And so I'm starting to catch more and more of them. And I feel like it's like God reveals those things to me, but I'm really trying to understand the revelation of God now I understand Satan's voice, but sometimes I'm so into Satan's voice and I get lost into my imagination, and I got lost into like a story that the devil kind of puts in my head, and I can go far. Or it could be like a little thought, and then I start second guessing myself. I start second guessing God, start second guessing what I'm doing and stuff. And so I'm seeing that today a little bit, but I've noticed that I'm more in the moment. And it's weird when I'm in the moment because like my brain's not going, and I almost feel like I have no thoughts. It's weird. It's like I kind of feel like my brain shuts off and I'm just going and I'm just doing. It's kind of weird, but that's kind of what I'm noticing. But today's been a really good day, and I noticed another thing when I'm in that mode. I noticed that I'm just kind of relaxed, and my muscle spasms that I've always had problems with kind of are relaxed. My headache, that I have a really bad headache today. I've had yesterday really bad, but I stayed in my head and I sat down and I watched TV all day, and I didn't feel good. Like in the morning, I did a lot of stuff, and I worked on some music stuff, and I put up my video. I put up my my latest transformation video. If you want to check that out, it is on this channel, Transformation Episode 5, and it's just a 6-week update of where I'm at. And so you can check that out on here, as well as all different podcast sites. I'm on most of the major ones, so check those out, okay? A little plug. But Yeah, so I thought if I kind of let you know where I'm at the moment and what's going on, and maybe throw some little vlogs in there, that would be kind of cool. So I just kind of felt like pick up the camera up since I haven't really been vlogging a lot. I thought, let me do that. So far today, I'm doing my laundry. I washed my dog, like I said. I cooked breakfast. I did my silent prayer in the morning. And now I'm supposed to do the bathroom. That was on the list. I don't know. For some reason, I kind of feel like playing on the computer. So maybe I'll work on some music because I have like a track I'm working on. But I don't know because it's weird with the music too. It's like I'm there for a little while and then it kind of gets like I don't feel like doing it. So it's like a short. And then my brain kind of feels like it's overwhelmed. And I just don't want to do anything anymore. So I'm not sure where that comes in with the overwhelm. I've always had that kind of feeling, like an overwhelmed feeling. So I don't know if that's because I'm in my head. So that's something that I want to be aware of. And the cool thing is God allows me to be aware of my thoughts, my movements, what I'm doing physically, emotionally, and mentally. And it's really cool because I can see how Satan really messes with my emotions to where he can say, oh, you're in a lot of pain, you can't move, and so you should stay in bed. Or, you can only do this. And like he'll tell me those things, and so I listen to that. And so it's cool too to see also like I listen to Jesse Lee Peterson show because he kind of explains a lot of the things I'm going through. And he'll say something, and Satan will take that and say, oh, you see, this is what you're going through right now. Because like he said something where he was in so much pain in the beginning when his ego was dying that he couldn't move. And so it feels like Satan's saying those things. I mean, he brings back what he said in my head, and then I start going, oh, I can't move. And then that's kind of what happened yesterday. So I'm seeing those things, and thank God for God that he's allowing me to see those things, because back in the day before I forgave and repented, I couldn't see any of this stuff. So I thought that was pretty cool to see. So that's what's going on right now. Like I said, it is Tuesday. Just before New Year's, and that's cool. So that's where I'm at right now. Don't know if I'm gonna pick up the camera later on. Don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm thinking about vlogging a little bit more today. Also, I'm gonna go food shopping, and I go to Target, so I'm gonna do Target food shopping. Probably go to the gym. That is the plan. I feel like I don't want to let Satan stop me from doing what I want to do, and I don't want to miss out on the ego dying as well. So I'm, and that happens a lot of times when I'm just not listening to any music or I'm not listening to anything. I'm just, doing my day. A lot of times that's kind of when I can be more focused and see what's really going on. So that's kind of what's going on as well. It's a process. It's a really cool process. It's an interesting process to get to really know who you are. I get to see who I truly am, and that not me, that part of me that's like Satan made into a habit, and he made that be what I say I am, and it's really not me. And it's really interesting, it's really cool, it's really ego crushing. It crushes the ego, but it's a good thing, and I actually enjoy it. I'm so blessed that my ego could be even bigger, and it's not. As God's letting me see, I see so many people so deep into their ego that they think that they're God, and I could be there, and I'm very blessed that I'm not, and I don't hate those people, and I don't feel bad for them. I just wish them well, and I hope that they do see that. But it's really nice to not hate, to not judge, just to see. It's like a revelation. I see, but I don't have to judge, I don't have to hate, because I know the truth is that it's not of us, it's of the devil, and that is what's driving people. And that's what drove me all those times, all those years. And he still gets me every once in a while, but it's like that ego dying, and someday, soon, whenever, it doesn't matter when, but someday I will actually be able to just forget that I even had those thoughts, and maybe not even realize that I lived, and couldn't believe that I lived in the thoughts of Satan for so long. But it is a process, and it's an amazing process. It's not a bad process. It's actually enjoyable to see. It's actually interesting to watch, and I actually enjoy it, to be honest with you. It's really a cool thing. It is definitely a spiritual battle. It is definitely a spiritual thing that's going on. It has nothing to do with me. And now that I know that I don't know nothing, you know, that it's God that is revealing, and Satan was revealing before, and it's really cool to see. So I just thought I would throw in this little vlog, and I don't know where I'm going with it. It's been, what, 10 minutes of me. Blip, blip, blip. So let's see what I'm going to do next. I think I might try to play a little bit on my computer. So let me go do that now, and I will catch up with you guys in a little bit. So I'm here. My clothes are just about drying. So before that happens, I was just going to check out my my little track that I started here. To be honest, I don't know 100% what I'm doing, but I'm getting a little bit better. So this track I kind of like. I called it, actually, no, this is not it. Hold on. 808 breaks one. Here it is. Okay. This is it. So let's go all the way to the beginning. Okay, so I've been working on this track, and we're going to kind of play it. Not even. Seems so low now. I don't know. There we go. Alright, so here's the track. I'm just playing around with it. And then this is something I just started. That's not it. Let me go back to that here. I don't know. So that's it. I'm just playing around, just starting the track. So maybe I'll play around with this for a little bit. Also, I do have another track that I was playing around with too. First Beat and Reason, I called it. And then this one here was another one I was playing with. Let's go to that. I don't know why they're so low right now. Well, this one's more even. I don't know why they're so low though. They weren't this low yesterday. This is more even, this track. I guess this is like a breakdown, and then maybe I'll blow it up somewhere here. Something like that. And then I'll just kind of like do whatever here. I got that there, but that was just kind of playing around too. So that's it. Just trying to figure out where everything goes and how to arrange it. That's something new. I'm really new at this stuff. I used to try to make tracks years ago, maybe like late 90s, early 2000s, and I always stunk at it, to be honest with you. It was never my big thing. I always liked DJing. But I'm trying to mess around. That's kind of what I'm throwing around here. It's not the greatest. It's fun, but I don't know what I'm doing. But it's cool to play around with. So I think maybe that's what I'll do now. Maybe go to Target shopping and buy myself some food. And I really need to get that bathroom clean, but I don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? You guys know what I'm saying. You don't want to do your cleaning, but you got to do it. Yeah, that's me. So I don't know what's next. We will see. Check you guys in a minute. Hello. So I am back. So I decided not to do any music stuff. I wasn't in the mood. But something happened when I was cooking. like a revelation kind of hit me, and I was thinking to just share it with you guys. So basically what I realized was, remember in Genesis, when God said, fill the earth. That was it. The only thing he told us to do was fill the earth. He didn't say you have a purpose. My mom bought this, created with a purpose. That's our purpose, is to fill the earth. That's it. We're not that important. I don't know, that really hit me because, and I thought of this before, like it kind of hit me before, but I was just listening to Jesse Lee Peterson, and I don't know, he was just talking about some stuff, and I don't know, it just hit me that is our purpose. That when you think, or when I think that I can go and do this, and then I'm going to help somebody because, I watch a lot of YouTubers, and it's like, okay, the 5 things you can do to have a perfect body, or the 5 things you can do to feel better, And I watch a lot of those videos, and I'm like, that never helps, right? And my food's ready. But that never helps, right? It's always like, well, I feel better for a while. I did those 5 steps. 5 steps to getting rid of, anxiety. Or, but do they work? No, they help for a few minutes, And so it started showing me that I'm not that important, that I can't do anything. It's like God really reveals that, and it's like something that I've seen and I've understood, but I just thought I would put that in here because since I'm doing this vlog really to just show you what's happening in real time, and that's really been something that God's been showing me a lot, that I'm not important, right? That's it. He said one thing, just go and feel the earth. And I've read the Bible and I've studied the Bible, being a Bible thumping Christian, and none of that stuff made sense, right? It was just like, oh, I'll just skip over that. You notice that? You ever do that? I don't know if any of you guys are Bible thumping Christians. I know a lot of you guys know me from church. But those things you skip over because you want to find the one thing. Well, all the disciples went and they evangelized, so I'm supposed to evangelize. Like we take it and we put what we want to it, right? It's not that that's what it's trying to say. It's just giving you the story, and and whatever that is something that I can possibly get a revelation on a little bit better and know that. But it's like I'm going to take those stories and put them where I want to put them so that I can feel, so my ego can feel that it's accomplishing something, because the ego needs to accomplish, right? The ego needs to say, I accomplished something. Now I accomplished it. I feel better for today. But then next week, I got the anxiety again because those 5 things don't work. They just make you feel better for a moment. And maybe it's because somebody had called into the Jesse Lee Peterson show talking about taking medications, being on antidepressants, and they don't help, right? I mean, I've been taking stuff for my TMJ pains, and it just doesn't help. It helps for a little while. I make me feel good because, okay, I took them. But really, a lot of it is because of other things possibly, and I don't really know why that is yet. God has not revealed that yet. But a lot of times, the pains, I get a medication for it, and it just doesn't help if it's a spiritual problem. And so that's just something that kind of hit me as well. So I thought I would just throw this in here while I'm going to eat some leftover food, and it just hit me. So I think that it's kind of cool to do that with the vlogging. Just little ideas and things that are coming up as I'm overcoming my ego. Because that's a part that's really interesting, and I really enjoy it, like I said earlier in the past one that I spoke on. So it's really, really cool. And the cool thing is things that I know but I don't understand, I've been understanding them. It's like a revelation. It's just like that. Like a revelation is like that. It's not like, well, I'm not really sure. It's just a knowledge. And now that I'm, like, God has been revealing it when I watch these videos, that it's just embedded. It's almost like embedded on my heart. Like a tattoo on your heart. That's kind of like maybe a way to explain it. I don't know. These things are hard to explain because there's no words given to these by anybody, because you don't hear this stuff. And the crazy thing is, this is what truth is. This is what the truth is, and many people don't know the truth. And maybe they know it, but don't want to know it because the ego is really, really deceiving, and Satan's really deceiving. But yeah, I just thought that was a really cool thing to just realize that you know, you're not important. I'm not important. I'm not here for a purpose other than have babies. That's it. Fill the earth. Have babies. Fill the earth. That's it. That's because if the road is so narrow and, you know, God is just preparing his kingdom and getting people into his kingdom, and that's it. Like, there's no, like, well, we got to make sure that the climate change is good and look out for that. It's like, God says don't worry about that. God says don't worry about what's going to happen today or tomorrow. Right, he takes care of the birds. They eat, they get fed, right? He says that. These things we don't need to worry about. But the world worries about these things. You see what I'm saying? We're not even supposed to worry about those things. We just do. If we are in Christ, if we are in God, if we have the Spirit of God, we're going to do what's right. It's not that I can control what I do is right, because I can't control what I do is right, because the Spirit of God in me will be the controller of my life once I am in God, right? Once I have returned back to his ways, and he gets rid of all those spirits, you know, that flesh. I mean, that's the flesh, the spirit of the flesh, the spirit of when I came out of my mom, the flesh, and I came out, and she, you know, did her things, and it brought me away from God, and now I was living in the flesh until I allowed God to come back and renew me, and I could live those ways so that I don't have to go out and ruin the earth and ruin the environment. I mean, I'm going to do the right things. You know what I'm saying? So we don't have to worry about all that. I mean, you know, and these are all the revelations too that have just kind of been making more sense. It's just like not even making more sense, just like knowledge, like I said, imprinted on my heart, imprinted in me, tattooed on me, right? Tattooed. I guess that's a good way of explaining, right? My sister got a new tattoo, and it's true. It's like it's on you. It's tattooed on top of you, and it's there forever. But if it's tattooed in your heart, it's in you, and it's of God, and it's, you know, transformed and tattooed onto your heart, right? So that's the only analogy I can think of. But yeah, I thought I would throw that at you since my food is done. It's left over. I think I got some wings, and then I made zucchini and squash, and I chopped them up, and I put them in butter, and of course it's grass-fed butter, Kerrygold butter, which is really good to me. I like the way it tastes. It doesn't bother my stomach or my skin, because I do break out when I drink milk or I have dairy products that are cheap. You know, that they add all this stuff in it. I don't know what the stuff is. Maybe it's other things other than the dairy. Not sure, but I do really good with Kerrygold butter. So I'm going to eat that now, and then I'm going to go to Target. I'm going to pick up some of my food and stuff, and maybe I will get to that bathroom. So that's what's going on, guys. Thank you again for checking it out, and hopefully I will give you guys another little update. A revelation. It is still Tuesday. It is 12:56. I've gotten a lot done already. I'm really, really happy that I'm just living my life and just doing it. And that's another thing too. Those little things aren't a big deal either. Like before, it was like if I didn't accomplish something, I didn't feel accomplished. You probably get that, right? That's another ego thing. Well, if I don't do anything, then I'm not accomplished. But today, it's not really that. That's kind of dying a little bit. It's still there, a teeny weeny bit. So maybe it's something still dying. But that ego is sneaky. I'm sorry you guys hear the dryer and washer in the background, but I have a loud washer and dryer. But since we're going to be authentic, let's be authentic. So I'm going to end this right here, eat my lovely, lovely, lovely leftovers from yesterday, and going to enjoy the rest of my day. So I will catch you guys in the next segment. Bye. Hey, so I'm on my way to Target, and I just felt like I feel like wanting to go to Ross Dress for Less. So I'm going to go to Ross Dress for Less, and I got a $25 gift card from my brother for Christmas. Woohoo! So I'm going to do that. It was a last minute thing, but while I was sitting here, I realized like how I try to plan everything. Like, all right, if I go to Ross, it might be busy because it's post Christmas and people are going to return things. Like, all this stuff in my head was going on, and so I just kind of been realizing that and just focusing back. Just going around. I'm going to focus back. I'm going to just focus back on where I'm at now. And I notice like that's usually what I do, and then I start overcoming things. So it's a realization that I think I can control everything, but just doing what I feel like right away. I just felt, oh, I'm just gonna go to Ross. It wasn't like a thought, it was just like I'm going to Ross. And so I don't know, I just thought I would throw that in, since this is kind of like a revelation video. I guess that's what I could call this, right? A revelation, because they're coming up a lot of little things. So that's where I'm at right now. I just thought I would throw this in there on my way to Ross. Dress for less. Maybe I can get some pants. I need some shorts. I don't know, I'd like to have some more shorts, maybe a pair of pants if something is cute and it fits me. Because I had lost some weight because I was cutting out carbs out of my diet, like a lot of carbs, like starchy things, not vegetables, but keeping vegetables in, but not putting in like bread. But I've been adding a little bit, so I'm wondering if my weight has been gained. I gained weight. There it is. I was wondering if I gained weight, so I haven't checked that. Maybe I'll check that at the gym. But that's it. So I'm just on my way to Ross. We're gonna see what we can get, and then we'll go food shopping, because that is on the agenda. But I'd rather have some fun and go shopping and not worry. Like, that's another thing. I'm like, oh, should I think about the money that I have in the bank? Should I think about those things? And I just kind of went back to focusing on the present. So that's it. Little vlog. See you guys in the next episode.